I just posted shared rather, a YouTube video from ZDoggMD. He's the best doctor probably in the country, I don't know. And he talks about how one part of the Affordable Care Act is essentially responsible for ruining our country's economy. It's a pretty bold statement, but he does obviously go in depth to explain it. And I shared that I shared that on several groups and several pages online. One of them, again, being the 500 Millennials of Omaha, that is filled with a bunch of pro-universal healthcare advocates. So it's going to be really interesting to see their reaction, because I said that Obamacare, it helped a lot of people, it did some things right, but it's also contributing to the destruction of the U.S. economy. Because again, just as a refresher with the 80-20 rule from Obamacare, it says that 20% of profits, or essentially it says that insurance companies can only make 20% profits on everything, and that 80% of all their income from premiums have to go to paying out claims for their clients, for their customers, for us, for everyday people who are paying for the insurance. And so say they have like 17% overhead, for keeping the lights on, paying salaries, employees, benefits themselves, etc. And then that leaves them with 3% profit. So they're stuck saying, well, we're capped. We have to keep paying the 80% out in claims for our members, for our clients. But our overhead is still going to be about 17%. Maybe we can get it down to 15 or so, whatever, by removing some admins, technology will replace people, whatever. But that leftover 3 to 5% that goes back to them for profit for the company, the only way to make that bigger is to go to the providers, go to the doctors, go to the hospitals and say, hey guys, to stay in our networks, we are going to ask that instead of $1,000 for the MRI that you were charging, we want to make twice as much money this year. So now you're going to start charging $2,000 and we'll still pay it. We're still the insurance company, we'll still pay it, but in order to offset those costs, we'll raise everyone's premiums. So all the healthcare costs will go up, but it's okay. We'll still make more money because 3% of a small pie is worse than 3% of a big pie. So when you increase the overall total size of the pie, the insurance companies make more money. And that, my friends, is what is driving up the costs of healthcare. It is all due to the 80-20 rule, which is one of the aspects of the Affordable Care Act that was passed by President Obama. And just so you all can see it be explained more in depth and by someone who's in the medical field rather than just on the insurance side, I'll leave the link to that video down below. Follow him, this guy's amazing. He drops so much great content about the healthcare and health insurance industries. It's really good stuff. But I cannot wait to see some of the reactions and the hate and name calling that is going to take place towards myself in the comments for making this one post. It's pretty sad. I wish people were more educated about it instead of just thinking emotionally. I wish people understood the facts, knew the laws, or spoke to someone like myself who does, and then based their decisions or their ideas for change in the system off of the truth rather than off of their emotions and feelings. But people don't do that. Sorry everyone, no funny comments because my post got approved and then got quickly taken down because apparently someone had posted a link to that same video a couple months back, which is a bummer because I definitely think that everyone should watch that video and educate themselves and learn how the Affordable Care Act works and what all it affected. But oh well, I'm not an administrator of that Facebook group, so I have no control over that. And my wonderful mother and sister helped me out tremendously tonight. They sat with me while we were watching a movie, and we were stuffing envelopes, addressing and stuffing envelopes for some mailers. The mailers I've been telling you guys about the last 2 episodes. I had essentially about 200 old leads from previous agencies I worked at. I'd purchased most of them myself. Some were free or some were given to me at a discount by people at those agencies. But I had so many old leads, dating all the way back to 2 years ago. I figured, well, they're probably old, probably dead in the water now. But just for the heck of it, I thought I'd give it one more go. And I took a picture of the postcard that they had sent back originally. And I drummed up a 1-page letter that said, hey, I know money's tight right now. Let me help shop around Medicare supplements for you and try to just save you some money right now. Because obviously, like I said, times are tough with the whole coronavirus quarantine. So I figured, one, it got me to get my butt off the couch and go buy a P.O. box, which was good because I needed a return address. 2, I figured the leads were just sitting there collecting dust anyway, so I might as well give it one more try before shoving them back in the closet for another year or so, I guess. And then also it was only like, all in all, it would be about $200, I want to say, to do all these mailers. A lot of time, probably 8 hours in total to send out all these. And when I'm done sending them all out, I'll count them and see exactly how many I sent out if I remember. But what else was I going to say? Oh, I also got the ball turning on starting and finishing up my logo for Modern Health Solutions. My amazing girlfriend's helping me out with that. I have a lot of people that I'm blessed to have. A lot of people are helping me out with the start of this business. I'm really appreciative for. But because I wanted to stuff business cards in all these envelopes as well, even though my number's on the mailer, I figured, well, I'll use the rest of my old business cards until they run out, and then I'm going to order new ones, but the new ones will have to have the Modern Health Solutions name and logo. And so that just kind of got the ball rolling on that. So pretty inexpensive marketing. And really, if it's only like $200 in total, one Medicare supplement sale will pay for that in like a year. So if I get one client through all this and they keep the policy for just 1 year, it will pay back all of my postage, as well as help basically pay for my P.O. box. So not too bad. I thought it was a decent idea. I took a screenshot earlier of the results from my most recent Facebook ad. That was an ad for short-term medical plans for those who I targeted, those who I thought would have been most likely to get laid off from the coronavirus and the current situation. The reach was pretty good, but I didn't get any leads off of it. I had 2 people that I would say actually reached out. One being in the comments and one with a PM, a personal message, but neither of them filled out the link. Neither of them filled out the information I would have needed to get them an actual quote. So that Facebook ad was kind of a fail. It was $50. It didn't reach too many people. My total audience was like 14,000, and you'll see on the next screen here in a second, or right now actually, how many people it did reach out of the 14,000. So I thought, just to give it another chance, I put another $50 towards, the first round was $50, and I put another $35. So through the end of May is when I'm going to have it end this time. So figured I'd try it again. Just maybe those couple thousand people that the ad did reach didn't need it, or maybe there were more, couldn't afford it, couldn't maybe they didn't need it. I don't know. I just figured with such little of the total audience, might as well give it a go again. But that's all. I'm going to say goodnight to you guys now. I'm going to brush my teeth, wash my face, and head to bed. Tomorrow morning, I have a Zoom networking call with Crazy Sock Crew. I haven't seen those guys in like a month and a half or 2 months even. So I'm really looking forward to that and seeing everyone again and just catching up, seeing how people's industries have changed, seeing how my friends' day-to-day lives have changed, and just get inside their headspace and learn what they're most concerned about and maybe what they're excited about. Maybe they found some good opportunities in all this mess. So I'll definitely update you guys on that tomorrow. I'm super excited for that, but it's time for bed. See you tomorrow, guys.